What is the three elements of the production? First is the territory, land, underground resources, such as scenery, sand, gravel. It is something we receive benefit from the nature. Second is the capital. We call it the man-made production. Third is the labor. The products come from these three things. The result is the material and physical product and service product. Invisible service is also included in the national production. Let me give you the question. Is the tip included in the production? Tip is one of the excellent production. Promotion is every means of promoting human utility. Look at the basketball players. They are just playing basketball same like us. Basketball is also a production service. It increases the utility of the viewers. Salary for the basketball player is also included in the national production in GDP. What about the rent for your place? Which one do you prefer? Sleeping in the house, in the room, or sleeping in the yard? 1 in 100 prefers to sleep in the yard. Probably their mindset is not normal. Rent is also included in the GDP. Why? The house provides me with housing services. You may wonder how to calculate this rental in the GDP. It calculates the rent in the way it pays to you yourself. How about the policemen? Are their salaries also included in the GDP? Yes. The job of police increases human utility by service. Think about it. If there's no policeman, what will happen? Almost 61% of the present job has something to do with the service. Invisible service. These things will generate some production. Did the landowners work in the past? They receive the production from their land and they accumulate the capital. The landowners had the land as a means of production. What is a capital? Capital is something that was generated by human. It can be even a building and capital, even your smartphone, even my Premiere Pro for the editing program. For example, I also connect the mic in the smartphone. Let me just remove this mic and speak it to you. I will use without mic, probably in the Premiere Pro. I will also remove the mic amplifier. Think about that. What will happen? How can you hear my voice? Is it good or bad? Let me just put it again. How about now? It's totally different voice, right? This has an inefficiency in production. This mic and Premiere Pro is also my capital. This smartphone and mic and Premiere Pro and also the light is my capital. All acts that promote satisfaction are capital. Strangely, if you have a capital, you will have a production again. Think about that. Does landowners attend the Atomy seminar? Why? Just borrowing their land, they can receive the rental fees. They have enough capital. Even if they don't produce the labor, they can receive the capital. Our market systems bring income to those who have capital. Nowadays, including the land and building all are capital. You may wonder, cash is also the capital? At the national level, cash is not capital. If that's the case, there's no country who doesn't have capital. Think about that. It's very easy to produce the cash, right? If the country continually generate the cash, there will be inflation, just like the Venezuela. I heard the news before. In order for you to drink the 1 cup of coffee in Venezuela, you have to pay almost 60,000 pesos. At the national level, money is not capital, but individuals classify money as capital. Why? If the state manages the currency very well, cash can buy capital. Let's imagine it. You have to choose between these two, okay? First one is the 50 million pesos in cash. Second one is a commercial building worth 50 million pesos. Which one will you choose? Don't be so greedy. You can only choose one. We have to choose the commercial building worth 50 million pesos. Why? Even if you put 50 million pesos in the bank, interest rate is not that high. Let's say if the interest rate is 2.5%, you will probably receive around 100,000 pesos per month. When you reach sales master in Atomy, you can receive around 100,000 pesos per month. It is equivalent to a fixed deposit of 50 million pesos. Nowadays, all the developed countries, they don't have an interest rate, such as Japan, US, 0% interest. Nowadays, even Japan is thinking about minus interest rate. A commercial building worth 50 million pesos is better than the 50 million cash. Why? A commercial building is like capital income. If you are late in this Atomy business, it will take almost 2 years for you to become sales master. Let's think about it. How many years does it take to become a doctor? It will take at least 10 years. 6 years of medical degree and 4 years of the residency. How about how many years to be a lawyer? After law and college acceptance, bar exam, 2 years after graduating from law school. you have to pass the bar to be a lawyer. It will take at least 10 years. How about the professor, a university and master degree and doctoral degree? At least over 10 years. Even if you will be hired immediately after you get the PhD, it takes 10 years. Think about it. Oh, I cannot do all these things. I just want to become a famous YouTuber. Let's say you want to become a famous like Ivana Alawi. 10 million subscribers. It takes 10 years to become thin. It will take another 10 years to act like actress. So total 20 years. It's not easy. There's nothing that you can do easily. Some people said, oh, Atomy is so difficult. Then find out if there's anything easy. There's no such things. Oh, making money is beautiful and elegant. These things, beautiful and elegant, are already owned by smart person. Important things in this age, whether you have a capital or not. If you have capital, you can surely escape from your poverty. You may ask me, so what should I do? Why do I have to watch your video, right? There's a book written by the Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad and Poor Dad. There are 3 ways to have capital. First one, you are the one who create capital. It means you create your own company. Is there anyone who can create the company? If you have a 50 million pesos, when you buy 2 big machines, it's already consumed. Currently, self-employment survival rate is 20% for 5 years. Only 16% left in 10 years. 80 people out of 100 fail in 5 years. You may question, how about the 20? Are they not just earning? Out of 20, only 5% are earning money. 15% of the cases are status quo. They are just enduring. They are just maintaining. Only 5% of the people were able to succeed. When they research how they were able to succeed, because they work with love, with a heart. They were warm-hearted and equipped with creativity and sincerity. 3 ways of having capital. Second, buying a franchise. You buy Venom, Inasa, Jollibee, McDonald's, Chowking, Burger King. It costs almost 60 million pesos for you to buy Jollibee nowadays. Number 3 is a MLM, multi-level marketing. Bill Gates before, he mentioned it. If I don't engage the Microsoft, I would engage the multi-level marketing in networking. Please check this article. Donald Trump also mentioned about networking. Important thing is you need to have this circle. You may say, oh, now you are talking about the networking. Then, Atomy has a cap. So when you start, you are the starting point. You are the first businessman. Robert Kiyosaki said, it is a means of a production. Pierre Baudrillard, sociologist, he said, this is a social capital. You may feel frustrated. So, I want to know how to earn money. Please wait. If you don't know this, you will talk nonsense. This is a social capital, but not self-ownership. Atomy's social capital is shared with each other. Why? For example, when you become a sales master, you will receive the commissions, right? That commission calculates not by your own group, but the total group of the members of Atomy. So the members of Atomy is a sharing. It is not owned by individual. This is a sharing income, but the management isn't everything. You will only manage your group. This is a human network. You may think, how can this be productive? In order for you to earn money, it must be high quality and large size. Maybe you may think, so it means size is matter. Some lines, they're always fighting with the sponsors and partners. When you fight in your lines, productivity will surely decrease. Our income is based on productivity. Our capital is confidence capital between sponsors and partners. If you don't trust one another, we will surely fight. When the sponsor says something to you, you may think, hey, my sponsor is thinking about himself. He's not taking care of me. Francis Fukuyama, who is the half Japanese and American, he published a book. Name is Trust. He is a world-class scholar. He also worked in the US State Department. He is an expert on social capital. He said the most important thing is a trust. If we not operate well with a social capital trust, each one of us, we have a social capital, right? You have your mother, father, siblings, cousin, aunt. Even you know the person, sari-sari, right? The question is, what will you do with the trust? Since ancient time, sages have emphasized trust. Long time ago, more than 2,000 years ago, Confucius said, trust is everything. In Korea, Jung Ju-young, founder of Hyundai Group, he said, if you lose trust, you lose everything. Many world leaders, they're always emphasizing about the trust. Why? It is not easy to gain the trust. Some people said, oh, do you not believe in me? It means your friend cannot believe in you. Trust is based on sixth sense. Sometimes we think, right? Oh, the person is trustworthy person. Trustful person will never say, oh, you don't believe in me? We trust by seeing their speaking and action. There's a Chinese word, 무신 불립, no faith, no kingdom stand. Duanmuji is one of Confucius' 10 disciples. Duanmuji is a person almost 2,500 years ago. He was expert of business. He earned a lot of money. By the way, Confucius never say, oh, live in a poor. Oh, empty yourself, it's okay, just live in a poor. You know, Confucius had almost 3,000 disciples. His house is not the normal house. His house is like a city. Confucius once said, if you benefit something, think of it, whether it is righteous or not. If something is righteous, you take it. Duanmuji is also good at politics. He also experienced as a mayor. Duanmuji asked Confucius, what is a politics? What is really the means of politics? Confucius said, politics is about enriching people's food. It has something to do with the economy. Second, strengthening military power. Strong military can help people so the people can work. They can focus on their work. Third, the people must trust the government. Duanmuji is also the wise man. He asked, what if I get rid of the one of the three? Confucius said, please remove the strong military. Duanmuji asked again, what if I had to get rid of either? Remove people's food. Confucius knows importance of the military service and food. He said, whether humans are beaten or old or killed in a war, one day all humans are bound to die. But if the people don't trust government, they are just doomed. Your country is about to doom right now. What does that mean? Life and death. You may say, oh, it's okay, I have a lot of money. Remember it, your country will go bankrupt. Same with Atomy. If you don't trust your sponsor, there's no military power, there's no food, no strong military, it means your organization will be collapsed. No rise meaning is you cannot earn money. Remember it, if the people don't trust the government, they are just doomed. If the partners don't trust the sponsors, that line will surely collapse. My income is falling. What if you don't want to pass on your poverty to your offspring? You must have a means of a production. Robert Kiyosaki, he mentioned in this number 3, MLM. If you pay a little entrance fee in the networking, you can form your organization. But in Atomy, there's no even entrance fee and membership fee. People have to come into system and build trust. You cannot build trust unless you give up your profits. If you don't own the means of a production, you can pass on poverty to your offspring. You must have a means of a production. To do that, we are going to use the social capital to create the organization. Trust is essential. Thank you so much. Hey, hey, hey.